Hello, everybody. Good evening to you. How are you? I've been trying to do this one react for the last couple of days, and every time I sit down to do it, I get halfway through and I'm like, I'm just not happy with it. And when I'm not happy with something, I'll go ahead and redo it. So the react that I've got you're watching right now, it is a redo 3 times over. So what's going on with this react? What's Foodie doing? Well, yesterday she went live quite a lot. Although when I was watching her live through Orange Cat, because I don't want to watch through her Twitch, all the ads and all that. I just can't. I was watching her and I'm like, what is Foodie on? She's acting awfully speedy. Like she just can't sit still. She is just twitchy and jittery and she just can't sit still. I wondered if she was on something that was kind of speedy. But yeah, she just all over the place, practically bouncing off the wall. And it is that nerves? Is that something else besides nerves? I don't know what was going on, but today she has not been live at all. So yesterday she was on constantly. She would not stop with the camera. And today she's been really, really quiet. Don't know why. Maybe she ran out of her edibles and she's just really going through it because her body really got used to those doggone edibles and large amounts of them. And she might be fiending for something. Before we get into this react, I wanted to show y'all something. There's a reason why I'm calling her Fraudy Beauty for this react, because I believe that she is a fraud committing fraud. She herself is a fraud because she is a complete deep fake. Her life is nothing real, nothing authentic. She's not being true to her real, authentic self. Her life is a series of lies woven together, which compose her reality, her world. She tells those lies to people in an effort to not only get people to believe her lies, but also to convince herself of the lies. And in this react, you're going to hear one of the lies that she feels that since she ran out of edibles, she's recovered. That running out of edibles equals complete recovery, which is nonsense, absolute nonsense. And how is she committing fraud? Well, remember what I said about Foodie being a creature of habit and she's got certain patterns and habits? Well, what's the old saying? Old habits die hard, don't they? In Foodie's case, they never die. They just continue somewhere else. If y'all remember on her main channel, remember how she got a big fire under her butt to get that YouTube plaque? And to get that, you'd have to reach 100K. Remember how hard she pushed to reach 100K? She tried so hard that she actually went to another page on YouTube and asked people to join up on her page just so she could reach 100K. It was really important to her to reach 100K. And then later on, she bought her YouTube plaque. Well, Foodie might be carrying on bad habits on Twitch. I feel that she is buying live viewers. On Twitch, it's different than YouTube. Whereas YouTube, your views count on and off a live. On Twitch, it's different because you have to be live for the view to count. Why would she be buying live viewers, though? What purpose would that serve? It's all about the money. Sometimes you got to spend money to make money. I'm sure y'all have heard that before, but in Foodie's case, she might be committing a no-no, trying to, shall we say, move ahead of the class as quickly as possible. There's Twitch affiliate And then there's Twitch partner. And the more you work, the more viewers you get, the more live views, I mean, the more that Twitch may reward you. There's Twitch affiliate, and then there's Twitch partner. And there are different levels and tiers to Twitch partner. It has to do with getting a greater share of the ad money. When you start out on 50-50, you split half of the ad money with Twitch. But if you make partner, or if you get a certain number of points, it goes from 50-50 to say 70-30 or 60-30. So you get more money that way. And I think that's what she's shooting for, is wanting a greater share of the money. And to do that, she's looking for a greater number of points by showing different things on her channel. Let me show you what I mean. What I think that is, it's the numbers, the math ain't mathin'. So here's her Twitch channel. Here we go. And there she is. So the Hangout Live, she really wasn't doing much of anything. 10.1K views. Now think about this for a minute. You know, I've seen her Twitch numbers. She'll be live for like an hour, okay? She averages about 200 people on Twitch. Almost the same number that she did on YouTube. So 10.1K views, although she's not doing anything, she's being boring. The Hangout one, 17K views. How exactly do you get 17K views? Which is 200 people. The math ain't mathing with me. Something don't smell right. 10.4K views. What else we got here? Ready to Sleep Soon, 20.4K views. You know, with just 200 people in the room, or less than 200 at any given time, and you're getting 20.4K views, Foodie, and you're not doing anything interesting and your camera quality is crap. How is that possible? I think you're buying live viewers like you used to buy subs over on YouTube. I think you're finding a site and you're buying live viewers for your Twitch channel to inflate the numbers. And if you're wondering, like, is that possible? It is possible. Give me a second. I'm going to fix the, I just noticed there's no background. Where is my background? Hello, background. Thank you very much for showing up again. Can you buy live viewers? Yes, you can. I just asked the question, can you buy live viewers for Twitch? And again, no one do that. Yep, 7 trusted websites to buy Twitch viewers in 2026. Buy Twitch viewers. Buy Twitch live views, 100% active. Yeah, 5 best sites to buy Twitch viewers. So I believe she's doing that because the numbers don't look right. They don't look right at all. Are you trying to move ahead of the class, Foodie? Trying to get more ad money? Maybe trying to be a Twitch partner versus an affiliate? You know, people have told you it takes years sometimes to do that. And you're like, well, let me see if I can buy my way to Twitch partner. I think old habits die hard. And in your case, they never change. And you're carrying them over to Twitch. But we got a react to do to her live where I'll forewarn you guys, she's all over the place. She is just acting like she can't sit still. And I don't know if it's because she's lacking her edibles or she took something to give her energy, but the girl is practically bouncing off the walls. She cannot sit still. And she swears she's in recovery. And I've got something to say about that, but I'll tell y'all what, I'm going to save it. And how about we just get into the Twitter peeps? So you guys know what time it is. It is time for the Twitter peeps. All right, so it's time for those Twitter peeps. Let me just go ahead and bring that up. We don't have a whole lot to go over. Foodie's not been active today. Like I said, I don't know what's going on with her, but she's been real quiet. So for those of you that are on Twitter that you would like to follow me on Twitter, there's my handle, Wild Girl Sarah. And for those of you not on Twitter, that's why I do the peeps. So you guys can keep up with all the stuff on Twitter without actually having to set foot on the app. Okay, now this weird moment. Enigma 2025 says, what the heck is she saying? Foodie Beauty credit barbecue chicken. So I watched this clip a couple of times and I'm like, is she talking to the cat? Is she doing like the cat voice? Her body was blocking the view. The cat's not even in the cat bed, by the way. So this weird moment happened.
Like this. There's a baby bed. That's for a baby. There you go.
Like, what is this? Is she losing her mind for real? She's talking as if the cat is in the cat bed, but the cat's not even in the cat bed. Look, I'll blow it up so you guys can see it. So there she is. She's straightening up the apartment. Okay, good for you. You're keeping a clean environment. But you're acting as if the cat is in the cat bed and the cat's not in the cat bed.
Like this. There's a baby bed. That's for a baby. There you go.
Question, Foodie, is that your little baby voice that you use for the adult baby people? Who are you catering to? Why are you talking like that? Anyway, Fat Cow Chronicle says, what's this nonsense? No videos on the channel at all. 4.7K followers. Was scheduled to do a stream today at 4 p.m. GMT, but no show. Now scheduled for Tuesday. What's up, Foodie Beauty? Didn't feel up to it. So there's a couples channel. Why is there a couples channel on Twitch? What's up with that? Huh. Really weird. I mean, you guys aren't even together. What's going on here? I'll look into it later and see what's up. Fat Cow says, Dear Foodie Beauty, you're going to love my video that's coming out in an hour or so. Just finished it and exporting it now. And it was a really good video, Fat Cow. I did manage to watch part of it. It was really, really good. Sassy Cat says, can someone please explain how Twitch works? Almost 20,000 views in 16 hours with 2,000 followers. Yeah, the math ain't mathin'. The math ain't mathin'. That's why I think she is buying live viewers for Twitch. Because it has to do with her, she's spending money, trying to make more money. She's trying to, get some points and move up in tier. So maybe she can make Twitch partner at some point, inflating her numbers. But if they catch you, Foodie, you're going to get in big trouble because they frown on bots. You might get reported for botting. Queen Jellybean says it really seems like Foodie Beauty is withdrawing from Coca-Cola. The sweating, she's anxious, jittery, talking really fast, agitated, said she's not sleeping. This isn't giving stopping edibles because she would just go get some edibles before allowing herself to feel uncomfortable. Well, I think part of the problem, Queen Jellybean, is she doesn't have the money to go get her doggone edibles. I don't think she can buy the Ewan McGregor get edibles or the Mike Tyson edibles because those things aren't cheap, especially with the amount that she does. Like, she'll go through a bag in a day, and those are pretty powerful edibles. I think she's low on money right now, and she cannot just buy a bag and have it delivered or something. So she's just all over the place. And I don't know if she's doing something else instead. Maybe that's why she's not been live today, is like she is just coming down from all the edibles and, really going through the worst of it. I don't know. 500 pounds and no money says, not Foodie Beauty, talking about being on a higher vibrational level. Sweetie, the only vibrations you're giving off are seismic, and only when you walk. Let's watch the clip.
I'm not going to be putting up with anyone's crap. Like, I'm not going to want to surround myself with people who are on a lower vibrational level than I am. So maybe it'll be even a lonelier place, or maybe I'll start to attract people who are more positive and have like-minded interests, like who are also on health journeys and stuff.
Okay, Foodie. Okay. So you are a higher vibrational person, are you? Is that what you are? Interesting. You're a higher vibrational person. No, you're very low vibrational. Very low vibrational. You don't surround yourself with people that help you become higher vibrational. Like like you're claiming to be recovered, but you're not recovered. Running out of edibles and going dry is not true recovery. There's a lot more that goes into recovery than just not doing whatever it is you're addicted to and stopping. Sobriety is part of it, true. But true recovery requires a lot of other things. If you are addicted to something and you decide, I want to quit this addiction, I want to get on the other side of it, you have to fix a lot of things. There are a lot of other things you need to do to keep that sobriety, and that is part of recovery. You've got to stop doing things that might lead to you doing whatever it is you normally do. If it means not going to certain places or not hanging out with certain people in your life that might promote you to do whatever it is you're addicted to, you got to change. If it means changing your environment, changing your circle of friends, changing your habits, doing different activities, that ensures that your sobriety can lead to a full recovery. I think you need therapy. I think you need inpatient. You got to go the whole way. You can't just go halfway. You can't just run out of edibles and say, I'm recovered. That's not how it works. You're not in recovery. You're just dry. You can't get at the gummies. You can't buy the gummies because you run out of money. So you're just dry. The true test would be if you got money in your pocket and you had the chance to buy the gummies and you don't buy them. You stay away from them. That's the true test. Going without the gummies right now, it just means that you're broke. And you're waiting on money to get more so you can buy more. Moving on. Fat Cow says, does this sock account ring any bells, people? So here's Foodie on one of her socks saying 1, 2, 3 strikes, you are out, fatty. I have it on good authority that Foodie is cooking up 3 copyright claims for a little old you. Well, well, well. Are you salty, Foodie? Are you salty that reaction channels are making money on their channels and you can't make money on yours? Remember what I said, y'all. At some point, she was going to get on a tear and she was going to try to make trouble for Girl World. She might have started going after people. You know, like her attitude may be, if I'm not making money on my channel, then doggone it, then you guys aren't allowed to make money on your channels either. 500 pounds and no money says Foodie Beauty was banned from Patreon. She charged tier 3 for postcards never delivered. Patreon shut that down. She tried again, banned again. Now she's trying to sneak back years later. If she launches another Patreon, it's reportable for prior bans and scams. Receipts don't expire. Let's watch the clip.
Well, they banned from Patreon, but they were supposed to look into it, and I just never followed up with them. That was a long time ago, and that was for a different channel. So, and it was like bullshit. This is different, completely different content. So I don't know if I was like officially banned, but anyways, without a doubt, people are going to report it. If it gets taken down, oh well, I'll find another platform.
Yeah, she actually said that if it gets banned, oh well, I'll find another platform. Chantal, you're running out of platforms to set up stuff on. How many platforms do you think that are out there? And you're right, if you set up another Patreon, it'll probably get reported. If you were banned on Patreon before, that means you shouldn't have another Patreon. So of course, people are going to report you and let Patreon know, hey, this person that you banned on your platform before, she's trying to set up another page and possibly scam people. So if you set up a Patreon and you had people paying for postcards and then you didn't follow through, you were committing fraud. You got taken down for fraud. And there's a good chance that you'll commit fraud again. So people are going to report you and let Patreon know, here's a scammer trying to scam again, and they're going to shut that page down. Yes, they are.
That's it.
So what do we have here? It's an old post from Foodie saying, hi guys, a couple of announcements. One, I will be having a Patreon again. Last time I used it to live stream while my channel got deleted. However, I will now use Patreon as an exclusive content area. I will post the links to my new page once it is ready, and my first film is up on it. I am working on a pretty creepy and interesting vlog as my first video. I will post once a week, either a vlog or mini film. Subscription base will start at $5 a month. 2, I have deleted my postcard club tier. All those who have subscribed will get a handmade thank you postcard from me personally. That never happened. I bought a label maker and I'm working on the Foodie Beauty brand logo and will add it and my autograph to every card sent out. I will move the postcard tier to Patreon and send that tier a card quarterly and themed. So what is she talking about? Well, she had the postcard club originally on YouTube. People were subbed up to her YouTube channel. and they were paying $10 a month for the postcard club on YouTube as part of her page. Then she's like going to move it on over to Patreon. So it was like part 2 continued over here for $5. Nobody got a single postcard. And she collected $10 from every person for several months. Another one of her scams. I'm getting the postcards in the mail tomorrow, and send me your addresses, private and confidential. If you want me to send you one, which you will have to be okay with having your address if you want one, and if you pay to be in the club tier. 3, merch is going to be easier to deal with on Patreon, I find. So I will probably develop my merch over there too. 4, Patreon will basically be full of nice extras, and through several plans I have fallen through below. This is why I won't announce the actual page until my first film is done in the next couple of days. Yeah, like wherever Foodie goes, there's always big promises, aren't there? Oh, I'm setting up this page and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. She gets everybody all gassed up and excited with all those promises, and then people join up and then there's nothing. That's what happened with YouTube. That's what happened with OnlyHands. That's what happened with Twitch before. I mean, everywhere she goes, it's the same crap. Promises, promises, promises. Set up memberships and subscriptions. People buy into it, and then she doesn't do the follow through. She gets the money, but there's no follow up with delivering what she promised. So there you go. What happened to her Patreon? She scammed people. And that's why her Patreon was taken down twice, because she's a scammer who scams. Y'all look at this from America Mehmed. What dog breed is that? I am now subscribed to this channel on YouTube. I forget the name of it. Look at this beautiful pig. He's such a good boy. He's such a big, beautiful boy. And he loves fruitcake. I'm going to have to find the name of this channel and post it on a community post, because what a pretty pig. He's really adorable. He's like a big puppy. He's eating fruitcake. He loves fruitcake. Look, he's even sitting like a good boy for fruitcake. Rubber Crazy Troll Band says, for people who don't know, Twitch has a built-in clip command. You can isolate things Foodie Beauty says that violates the Twitch terms of service, and then report that clip. Provide context in the report description. If she is breaking their charity policies, she will get banned. So there you have it. That was a Twitter peeps. All right, so we are going to go on to the live stream that she did 2 days ago. I'm sorry it's taken me so long, but I just kept doing it. And I just wasn't happy with the reaction. I was like, I'm falling asleep, number 1. 2, she's kind of boring. 3, I feel like something's missing, and I think I just found it. So we're good to go. We're going to cover part of this. If it gets too boring, I'll just cut it off. And I would like to give special thanks to Orange Cat. Thank you for capturing the Twitch live, Orange Cat. I'll leave a link for Orange Cat's video down below in the description if y'all want to check out her channel. So let's get started, y'all.
Come on, in the bed. Oh, that's soft.
Oh, come on. Use the bed.
Use it.
Anyways, you get the idea. You had a medium hair, golden caputrain. Thank you for the bits and the train and the sub gifts and everything. Who did that? I don't know. I need to still research fully Twitch because I don't understand the hype train things. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink.
Oh, 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 oh. Yes, that's nice. That's a nice bed. That's for my baby. Look, look, look. That's for my baby. She was in it, but now she's not. Get off the stove.
Oh, and by the way, y'all, if you hear that whistling sound in the background, this particular night, Foodie had I guess, a windstorm, or it's snowing. I don't know. She wouldn't show what was going on outside the window. Missed opportunity, Foodie. I mean, people love the sound of a blizzard if there's a blizzard going on outside, or like a large snowstorm. You could have shown that to your viewers to entertain them. We just barely heard it in the background.
Thank you for subscribing, Peach Blossom Aurora. Did I miss anybody? Zombia, Naturel. Yeah, the winds are really bad today. You know, bits are 1 penny each, and I don't make the whole penny. That's true. I guess I don't know how it works. Mindy and cold here too. Michigan, you decided to get undercovers for Marks. Yeah, I've just been like.
Another thing, just something I've been noticing lately with Foodie. Just something I'm noticing. It could be nothing. It could be something. Recently, Chantal revealed that she's been getting bleeds lately, which is something that was happening when she was doing the Coca-Cola back in the day. So, talking about getting nosebleeds, and then here she's literally bouncing off the wall. So, are you doing something you're really not supposed to be doing, Foodie? Or are you taking something of, say, a speedy nature? You know, you're taking something to give you energy versus something that takes the energy away. Just because she's not doing the edibles doesn't mean she's not doing anything. She could be taking something else. Because you guys are going to see during this live, like she can't sit still. She's moving around the apartment. She's straightening things up, which again, it's like, are you okay? Are you sick? Since when do you clean? But she is just so twitchy, just all over. Where is this energy coming from?
Taking it easy. I feel like I'm on a healing journey. That's what I feel like I'm on. Like, I literally feel like every part of my body is like healing, but mostly psyche right now. But I'm like super, like my sleep is weird right now. Like last night when I got off live. Oof. Yes. Do you know why it's stage 1 of the cycle? Hey, Melanie. Did I miss teardrop or something? Oh, she's probably not here yet. Are you having dreams as well? I had a dream last night, yeah, but up because I'm not taking anything to help me sleep, right? Like no sleep aids, nothing. Hey, Inu.
And this is very reminiscent to how she was back in the day. When Chantal takes something, she takes way too much, and she builds up her tolerance to whatever it is really, really fast. She's an extreme person, as our girl. Whatever she likes, she does too much. It becomes an obsession, then becomes an addiction. She builds her tolerance all the way up to the ceiling until whatever she's taking, she can no longer feel it. It doesn't really have an effect. And then to get the effect of that said something, she has to stop taking it and take something else. So she'll switch over to something else, waiting for the tolerance of substance number 1 to come back down so she can take it again. She just flips back and forth. So, as you all know, she was doing the really, really powerful high potency edibles. First, she was on the Ewan McGregor edibles. Then she switched over to the Mike Tyson edibles. So from 3,000 milligrams up to 5,000 milligrams. And who knows how much her body got used to, how many she was taking in a day. So the tolerance is, breaking the ceiling already. Her body got used to being numb all day. And now that, she's trying to get off, or she simply doesn't have access to them because she doesn't have the money right now, her body is fiending for that stuff. So it's inwardly, her body's freaking out. And she used to use the edibles to help her sleep. Back during the days of Crackhead Olympics, she was doing the Coca-Cola literally all day. That's what gave her energy to stay up, to be streaming 8 to 10 hours a day, every day. And then when she wanted to come back down off the ladder and go to sleep, she would take some edibles, and again, take too much, which would lead to her eating a ton of food for hours. So we're back to, I can't sleep because I don't have the edibles. That tells me that her tolerance must have been insane with the edibles. Her body just got dependent on the edibles to sleep.
Put aluminum foil. Eat poop bees. Actually, when I was listening to some self-help stuff today, it's almost as if everything I'm listening to, like on my feed, is like things that I need to hear, But basically, like this first stage of the cycle is the most dangerous because I quit entirely.
Stop. You didn't quit. You're using the wrong language here. You didn't quit. You just ran out of money to buy more. I'm sure that if you had a couple $100 in your pocket, you'd be buying those edibles. You'd be placing an order in immediately. But you are under the impression that you're going to get a paycheck from YouTube. You're not going to get it. Hate to break it to you, but you're not going to get that paycheck, Foodie. You're not going to get it. Unless the money is sitting in your Google AdSense account right now, ready to be transferred over to your bank, you ain't getting it. Just because you see it in YouTube Studio doesn't mean you're going to get it. You were demonetized, which means no money. No money. They're not going to give you any money. You're not going to receive any money. You might be trying to talk yourself up by saying to yourself, yeah, I'm going to get that money. And I think though, you're not going to get it. But you ran out of money. So you're dry. You have no access to the things that you want. You can't afford to get the things that you want. But running out of money does not mean recovery.
THC. And I started a Patreon, but I'm not launching it yet. It's not going to be expensive, but I need a quiet, because Twitch, YouTube, they're not quiet. I need a quiet, safe corner of the internet to talk about addiction recovery.
Okay, let's think about how successful that might be. First off, Foodie, if you make a Patreon, that's going to get reported. Guarantee you it will. You know how girl world is. It's going to get reported. You can make 100 Patreon pages. They're going to get reported. And another thing, even if they did not get reported, you're going to make a Patreon just to talk about recovery, just to talk about addiction. You honestly expect people to pay $5 a month for content revolving around recovery and addiction? Who wants to pay $5 for that? Anybody? Anyone? That doesn't sound very appealing. And put that in the box of things that don't make sense.
I don't feel safe talking about these things on YouTube or on Twitch.
And by the way, if you're making recovery content, first, I think you need to be in actual recovery, not just running out of edibles and claiming to be recovered, actually be in recovery.
I just don't really feel comfortable. I'm sure you can imagine I'm demonetized right now for that reason. One of them anyways. So there's a lot of things like, thanks for subscribing, Jamie. Yeah, this is the most important part of the cycle, because this is where, when things start getting tough and the motivation starts, the honeymoon phase, I start giving up on myself. Like, this is where I want to put Fuego on. I don't even know where Fuego is. I haven't seen Fuego today.
Oh, I love this comment. New name Take Two says, I'll believe you're recovering when you acknowledge that Salah is just another thing you're addicted to. And New Name is right, because Foodie has many addictions. There's not just one thing. She's got an addiction to food. She's got an issue with substances. She's got an addiction to men, another one to attention, another one to money. So her addictions are stacked up like bricks. So even if you fix one, you're in recovery for one. What about the rest of them? You're still an addict. Even if you get in recovery for all of them, Foodie, anybody who's ever been an addict will tell you, even if you're in recovery, you're still an addict. An addict is forever an addict. It's just that what changes is you go from being an addict, active in your addiction or addictions, to being a recovered addict. But you're forever an addict, because there's always the potential that you can backslide and fall off and be active in your addiction. And you aren't even started on the path of recovery. You just ran out of edibles, that's all. But what about everything else? What about the rest of your problems, addictions, obsessions that you have yet to seek therapy for or go to inpatient for? And don't tell me that you don't have resources to do so. They've been there all along. You just haven't bothered to reach for them. And that's a choice. That is your choice. But you are not recovered, ma'am. Not by a long shot.
He's probably under the couch. Not under it, but like between it. See you later, eating me some chicken. That's another thing I'm going to do. I'm stopping hummus. I say this all the time, but I don't do it. I don't stop doing it when I say I'm going to. I try to please everybody on my channels. Like, I really try not to offend anybody. I try to people please. I know it doesn't seem like it, but I do try to take everyone's opinions into consideration when I try to live my life, or when I do an action. You know what I mean?
Stop right there. I'll go halvesies with you, Foodie. Halvesies, that's all you get. What you just said is half right and half wrong. It's half right because you are a people pleaser. True. But do you try to please everybody on your channel? No. Because you're not concerned with everybody. You're just concerned with a certain group of people, the fetish people. You're looking for those people. You want to please those people because those people are the ones that you want to give you money. Back on YouTube, and even now that you're on Twitch, you're not paying attention to all of your viewers. The people that you pay attention to are your mods. You'll pay attention to what they're saying, and anybody that's coming in the room that you know is a big tipper. You pay attention to what they say. Everybody else goes on ignore. If you're not a big tipper, and if you're not a mod, Foodie is not paying attention to you because you're not giving her extra money. And back on YouTube, you are all about the fetish guys. You've catered the last 10 years of your life to making those fetish people happy. The food fetish guys, they wanted you big, real big. So you made yourself a very large size to satisfy them. You came on camera eating. They really liked that. Then you started to include in other things that other feeder fetish people liked, like the farting and the burping and the food dribbling down your face. You've tailored yourself on camera and off to make that group happy. It's all about tailoring yourself to make a certain group happy. But that group is very, very small. I would say 20, 30% of your audience. But what about the other 70% of your audience that don't have the food fetish? Could care less. They're not giving you extra money. They're not going to pay you for side content on Cameo or off Cameo. So you're not exactly a people pleaser. You're more of a fetish pleaser for the fetishist.
And like, I feel like when you try to please too many other people, you lose yourself, you know? And I think,
Well, you got that right. You were so busy catering yourself, your body, your life to the fetish people, you did lose yourself. Because you started out on YouTube being your authentic self. And that's why a lot of people subbed up to you, because at the time you were somewhat real and normal and just keeping it natural. And then over the course of time, your obsession with getting the most number of subs and making the most amount of money, you became an overblown, arrogant, obnoxious caricature of yourself. You lost yourself. You lost connection to your real self. You stopped being Chantal Marie and you dove right into the persona of Foodie Beauty and you let it take completely over.
that it's important for me to like assert my opinions, assert my mindset, assert my beliefs without being afraid of who I'm going to lose along the way. Because maybe if you don't want to be here based on something I have to say that you don't like or that I'm doing, or a lot of people, I'm going to lose a lot of people because a lot of people don't want me to better myself. If I lose you along the way for those reasons, then we weren't aligned in the first place and you are not my people. So
who doesn't want you to better yourself? Who are you talking about? Who doesn't want you to better yourself? I could think of one group that doesn't want you to better yourself. The fetish people. They don't want you to better yourself because you fit their fetish. Even the people that you hate, the people that we don't like you, what have we said to you, Foodie? Go to therapy. Go to a doctor. Take care of your health. How many times have you heard that? You've heard it a lot over the years. But you are a human soul. You're a human being with your own sense of free will. You can do as you will, even if it's harmful to yourself. You've had all these people coming at you saying, go to your doctor, get some therapy, take care of yourself, stop the nonsense eating. You don't listen. You're accusing people of not wanting you to be better. And yet the people that have come forward, and there have been so many over the years that have given you advice or tried to help you, have you listened to a single one of them? No. You refuse to listen. So while you're accusing people of not wanting you to be better, why don't you take the finger and point it back at yourself? You're the one that doesn't want to be better. You refused to be better. You plugged your ears when it came to advice, when it came to words of wisdom. You didn't want to hear it. You wanted to live the way you wanted to live, good, bad, ugly, or in between. You didn't want to hear it. So you didn't hear it. Nobody wants the best for me. Nobody wants me to be better. You didn't want to be better. You wanted to live your life in a very toxic, negative way. And so you did. And so you have. Even now, you're back in Canada. Your subbies gave you a gift of help to get back to Canada to start over. Have you made the most of it? No. You wasted all the money you were given. You wasted the opportunity that you were given. So don't expect sympathy from anybody if your life is swirling the drain. I will give you none. I don't feel sympathy for you. When a person has the choice to do right by themselves and they're always picking the wrong road by choice, you're making a choice, therefore you're going to have to deal with the consequences of that choice. And so you will, and so you have. Your life is no one's fault because you were the one making decisions all along.
I have to be true to myself. I have to take a stance on things, not be afraid to voice them. And if you are offended and you don't like it, then again, you're probably not my people. Okay? Yes, Melly. If you don't like ads, buy a membership. Thank you.
So that's her solution. You don't like ads, buy a membership. She's hoping that the ads that are placed on Twitch, and there are a lot of them, the people would just get so sick of the ads, they just buy a membership so they don't see the ads. But how many people are actually going to do that? Especially if you're doing content on Twitch that really is not worth buying a subscription for. You're telling people to buy the subscriptions, but they really don't have a reason why.
Just everything, every decision I make in my life, you have all these thousands of voices. Like, you know how it's going to be received. You know what people are going to say, or you don't. You anticipate it. And all of that noise to keep your peace and to be true to yourself, like, it's important to accept like constructive criticism, but at the same time, too much of it, you lose yourself and you start to question your own assertions and your own beliefs. You know what I mean? Like, anyway, we can still be your people to a degree. Yeah. But everyone has different beliefs in life, right? Like, your friends that you hang out with, probably similar in a lot of ways, in a lot of things you like to do. Like, I'm not going to go hang out with, I'm just saying, like, you have your different groups, what you believe in. I don't know. Anyway, Nostune. No.
I don't think you have the ability to have true friends, Foodie. Because you expect those that are in your friend group to always kiss your butt, to always agree with you. You're never wrong. And that's not what friends do, real friends. A real friend, they're there for you. But a real friend, part of them having your back is having the ability to tell you the truth. Even if it hurts your feelings, they'll tell you the truth. And they're telling you the truth because they care. But your point of view is if you say that I'm wrong or you point out something else that's wrong that I'm doing or saying, block. So by that token, you will never have real friends. Because you don't give people the freedom to be themselves or give their opinions or their criticisms without getting so severely offended. Oh, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you. Block. Anybody that even has light criticism, you block them out. You don't stop and think about maybe they have a right to be critical here. Maybe they have got something to say to me that I should be listening to. Maybe I should think about it before I get mad. No, you get mad first. Any criticism, the person's being a hater. They're just being a hater. No, maybe you're doing something wrong and they're pointing it out. And it might be a learning moment. You just don't want to learn from it.
Yeah, just here because I'm bored. Thank you. So she's drinking my water. Look at her head. It's long so she can fit. We're watching you. She reminds me of like a human. Like I can't tell who though. I can't remember who. Hello, Sayla. Finding your quiet platform. Thank you, Amber Chick. I appreciate it. Yeah, like basically, I think what I'm gonna do. No, Sleepy Bear. Hey, Pumpkin Pie. I'm very jittery. Like I feel very jittery and like hyper because I'm like super nothing to, suppress me. I'm just like, ugh.
I don't know about that. I don't know, Foodie, if you're jittery because you don't have the edibles and you've got all this energy or it's something else. To me, this feels like something else. What this something else is, I cannot say and I do not know, but this feels like something else. Like maybe you took something of a speedy nature.
And by the way, I have a Twitch. Somebody, remember Pumpkin? You said I should name her Clarice. Clarice, would you like some fava beans? Do you guys love her? Okay, so this is the most important, dangerous, pivotal moment. Kim the good girl, thank you. Time of this cycle, because this is the time when it starts to get hard and I want to give up on myself. So that's why. And that's what sets doers apart from don'ters. People who do and people who don't. And I want to be one of those people who do. So that's what I'm trying to get at. Manic? Probably. Can you imagine, like, my gosh, my brain is like just completely poisoned. Matchy. Yes. Gabrielle. All right. What now? I didn't have any coffee. I don't think that's a good idea, do you? Thank you, Kimmy. Kimmy Nowaru. Thank you. Beezer Bell. Hello. And I'm ready to bees all night. In my Yoda era. Aren't we supposed to be learning and doing stuff like that? Anyways.
Yeah, Pumpkin Pied Selesky says, you've got energy, but for a long time, you've not had hardly any energy. Yep. What a difference in Foodie when she gets off the edibles for a while. Like the way she was behaving before should tell you just how many edibles she was taking, how powerful they were. From like no energy, laying on the couch, practically falling asleep, to all of this.
I never have energy. I don't even know what to do, but I feel jittery and like anxiety a little bit. But I feel like I have to just tell myself, you know what it is? It's my nervous system doesn't trust me. My nervous system hates me. My nervous system is fried, is shot. So it's gonna take a long time for my nervous system to like fully repair from all of the um, edibles and stuff like that that I was doing. And putting better stuff in my body. It seems like I'm on. I know that's like the kind of jittery I feel like. Like I feel like.
So, okay, Foodie, let's just say you don't do the edibles anymore because you can't do them. You don't have access to them. You're trying to implement all these different life changes. What else are you going to do? How are you going to keep this going? Because there's more to recovery and sobriety. Excuse me. Excuse me. So sorry. There's more to recovery and sobriety than just quitting something. You've got to back that up and you've got to follow it up with other things. Like, just for you, if you're used to just being in the house and being numbed up all day on the edibles, you've got to make different routines. You've got to have things in front of you to distract yourself, to fill up your time. I have a male friend who has been clean and sober for over 35 years. And part of his recovery and his sobriety is how he maintains his recovery and sobriety is he's a very active person. As soon as he gets up in the morning, he's out of the house all day doing different activities, whether it's golfing, swimming, surfing. He just gets up and out of the house and he stays active all day. He doesn't stay in the house where he might get bored. He keeps his mind very, very active, and he surrounds himself with people that help him maintain his sobriety. He's actually a sponsor and helps other people through their recovery and sobriety. So you just allegedly got off the edibles. You can't take them anymore. You can't do them. You can't buy them. And it's been, what, 24 hours since that time? So how are you going to maintain that? Are you getting any kind of mental help, emotional help? Are you talking to someone to maintain that? Are you going out and being active so that you don't have time to think about the edibles and, sitting in the house and just getting into a place of thinking about things and maybe being tempted to do things? You got to change the entire program. Sometimes you got to change places that you go, or people that you're hanging around, or habits that you have to maintain that sobriety. So far, I see you in your house alone, which is a recipe for disaster. Because if you're alone, you start having those thoughts and you may get tempted to do things. You got to change it all. If you're trying to get on a path of recovery, you got to change everything. And I mean everything. You got to go further. You got to do more.
Raw, like I don't know how to explain it. So it's just me right now, just me, nothing else. It feels weird and naked and weird. No, you're not demonized. You're not blocked. Anyway, so.
And you know what? I'm betting dimes to donuts, everybody, that because she's low on edibles and she doesn't have that many edibles or she's run completely out, you got to know that she is blowing up Salah's phone and driving him nuts. Even if he's not taking her calls, she's blowing up his phone, calling him because she's out of her edibles and she needs someone to talk to. And she's trying to contact him. And he might be getting very, very angry and annoyed with it all. Like, what do you want me to do? What can I do for you? I am not an addictions counselor, and I'm not even a close friend. I'm over here in Syria living my life. What can I do for you? If she's trying to contact him by text or phone call because she needs someone to basically talk her down or keep her company, he's not going to want to do it. If anything, he's going to get mad at her, basically thinking, like, how many times has she been through this? She's been through this before, where she did a lot of stuff and then she had to come back down from doing a lot of stuff. She got herself to this point again. So it's her fault that she's in the state that she's in, and I have nothing to do with it. So why should I have to spend hours and hours on the phone with this person who keeps doing the same thing to themselves? Why do I have to spend hours of my time coaching her through this bad moment when she keeps arriving at this bad moment by her own fault? She chooses to do all these edibles and build up her tolerance, and then when she runs out, she gets jittery, she gets nervous, her body has to detox. She's the damsel in distress. Why should he have to waste his time talking to her for hours to coach her through that? But you got to know she's blowing up his phone.
No, I didn't make Fajr. So I will keep striving for it because I do want to strive to start my days earlier and I just want to be healthy basically. So I'm trying to do stuff that, and starting your day with intentions and prayer and everything, it sets for a really good day. So what are your plans for tonight? Okay, it's hey living Iral. I was thinking of making something to eat, but my stomach is since I stopped the stuff there, I find my appetite is just not really good.
And that could be to the detoxing. That could be because of her nerves. I'm sure her nerves are fried right now, just worried that she won't get that check from YouTube. Anybody knows if you've ever had a really stressful moment, that could cause you to lose your appetite. But also, Foodie, if you're taking something of a speedy nature, things that are stimulants, sometimes you'll lose your appetite over that. So again, are you taking something of a speedy nature and that's why you're not eating?
My stomach feels weird. Do you like pie? I don't know. I don't really think about it. I don't ever just crave a piece of pie. Chicken soup? My cat does not want to live with you. She likes meat, okay? Morning prayer, yeah. Fajr is just Arabic word for dawn. So it's the prayer at dawn. Rice pudding? No, I don't like flatware at all. Sorry, but I don't like nasty people. People who are mean. Like me. No.
Hey, get down from there! Get down! What you do?
No! Come on your bed. Come. Ugh. Hey.
Wee!
Come. She's so hyper. Aren't you a girl? A little pretty dainty princess? And you're acting like a tomcat. Who's Nesties? She's rubbing off on you. Yeah. I should have a cat cam 24/7. I should make her a channel, eh? Do you want a channel? Do you want a YouTube channel? Well, not YouTube.
She caught herself. Do you want a YouTube channel? Oh, no, wait. No YouTube channel for you because I can't monetize it. She caught herself like, do you want a YouTube channel so I can monetize it and I can make money off you in another way? Oh, wait, I can't do that.
Do you want a Twitch? Walmart bees. A week we have to be back to the same depressive cycle. Well, I understand your faith in me is wavering, but let's hope not. Twitch is stressing me out because I can't tell who is who. I just want my beezer buddies. I know. I'm reporting Fuego missing. Where's Fuego? Where's Fuego? Where is he? She may lay on the bed if Fuego is on it. Not yet, Darth. The sober high. Yeah, it's fleeting. I bet. Can't figure out how to change my name on here on YouTube. It's Danielle.
You know, I'm not diagnosing Foodie at all because I am not a doctor. I have no medical training, but if she goes through periods of being manic or mania, I have heard that those spells usually don't last very long. That there's you get, you know, you go through a high and then you come back down and there's a low that usually follows. So I really don't know what's going on here. Like if she's taken something, if it's her nerves and that's what's giving her energy, but if she's going through something that she's kind of manic, there's going to be a crash. So that might be why she hasn't been online today.
You should be able to just change it in your settings. Hey, Sophie. Well, what should we do now? Cook? I'm trying to think of what to make.
But I thought you just said you weren't hungry.
No, I haven't talked to Salon in a little while. I hope he's okay.
Yeah, I wonder why he's not talking to you. Maybe it has to do with the fact that you are demonetized, which means no more money. And Girl World's been telling you all along it was all about the money. And now that you don't have money, I'm sure he's going to be ghosting you, not taking your phone calls, because why would he? You don't have money anymore.
I hope it's okay. I gotta clean the oven. There's rice on it. The stove. Just wait a second. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate you. These stoves are so weird. Oh, it's just the water from the rice.
Like, she just can't sit still. She just can't sit still and talk to people. Every Twitch stream now is like she's moving around. She's looking at her phone, just taking her attention off the chat room, doing stuff on stream that really she should be doing before the start of the stream or after the stream is over, like cleaning her house. She can save that till after the stream is over or do that before the stream starts. Not a good look to take your eyes off the stream. People coming in.
Put this out. Come.
What do you do? What is that supposed to?
Hello. I don't know what. Hi. I don't feel like cooking. I don't feel like it. I don't feel like eating really right now. I shouldn't force it, eh? Just wait till I'm hungry. Hi, baby. Did you see her eyes? Wait. Look at the people.
Moving on.
Syria just got hit by the US. What? Really? I don't seem worried about what. Oh, I gotta look up the news. Who's negative? I'm blocking y'all right now.
Uh-oh.
I'm tired of it. It's so annoying.
Keep blocking people, Foodie. Keep going. I support this. Keep blocking people. You've been blocking a lot of people on Twitch. That's the way to grow your channel. Just block people.
Which is worse? There's more trolls.
Foodie, this is Twitch, not YouTube. You seem to be under the impression that you can do the same thing on YouTube on Twitch. You want a hug box wherever you go, although your hug box is not that big and it's not going to lead to a lot of money. If you want a lot of money, you have to have more than just a hug box. Any streamer anywhere will tell you that. And Twitch is full of trolls, but people told you that before you started a Twitch channel. You want a hug box.
There's no like-minded people on here. Well, I talked to him a little while ago. He was okay. He didn't even seem aware of any issues, so.
I don't think that he's talking to you at all. I think you're lying. I think that he's not even taking your phone calls at this point. There's really no reason to talk to you. If he was talking to you before because the thought of money, the moment that you got demonetized, that was it. I think you're lying to people when you say that he talked to you a little while ago. Or maybe he is talking to you. Maybe you've lied to him and said, yeah, I'm getting my check on Tuesday. And he's kind of waiting around for that. But if you're lying to him, Foodie, if you're promising him some kind of money for something and then it doesn't come through, all that's going to do is make him angry. And he might come on YouTube and say something. So is he talking to you or is he not talking to you? Even if he is, I don't think he's going to be talking to you for much longer.
I don't know. Maybe, like, where are they bombing? Syria is like it's a country, right? So And they're always bombing people. What else is new? Oh, people are always bombing in the world. Let me see. Was he on yesterday? I came on Twitch to watch your lives. Thank you. The inside of your nose is beautiful.
And for those beezers that might get sick of watching Foodie on Twitch because you hate the ads, there are people on Twitter that stream her streams for free. You got Kristen Stuff Case Said on Twitter that streams her stuff from Twitch. Then there's Orange Cat that, as you can see, I'm reacting to her Twitch live. And the reactors, the Girl World reactors, they react to her Twitch streams in real time and make it very entertaining. So if you don't want to watch her on Twitch and pay the subscription and deal with the ads, there are other ways to look at her. I'm just saying.
He would have probably told me something if he was in danger, obviously, because he used to keep track of. I only like bath bombs. You have your days blurred together. Me too, kind of right now. Vans. No, I still see Vans. Well, they banned from Patreon, but they were supposed to look into it, and I just never followed up with them. That was a long time ago, and that was for a different channel. So, and it was like bullshit. This is different, completely different content. So I don't know if I was like officially banned, but anyways, without a doubt, people are going to report it. If it gets taken down, oh well, I'll find another platform.
And what platform is that? So you're demonetized on YouTube. You're currently on Twitch. What's left? Kick, Rumble. I mean, yeah, there are other platforms, Foodie, but anywhere you go, you got to start from the bottom and work your way up, which is work, and you don't like to work. So what platform is next? I mean, what are you going to do? You're being very nonchalant. Like, I can just go to another platform. Yeah, but you're not going to be making money on that platform to start with. And you're going to have to build an audience and people buying subscriptions or memberships. And the Beezers are not going to pay 5 or 6 different subscriptions or memberships to 5 different places and be chasing you all over the place.
That's it. So, but I'm not talking about any of my struggles on Twitch and YouTube for people to weaponize against me. There's no way. Like, I'm an idiot.
And no one is going to pay a subscription to a Patreon where the content is nothing but struggle content and recovery content. People are not going to pay $5 for that.
You know? Okay, time to weed out some more trolls. See you later. Love you guys, but not.
Keeping it copacetic says, yeah, no one is lying about it. Patreon is paid content that she wasn't giving. She only lasted a week or two. Yep. Okay, I got to disagree with this person's comment. Bird-like feature says you're not a recovering addict. If you were, you'd be on a 1,200 calorie diet. You're not. Her being on a diet, that is not her being in recovery. That's just her restricting her food. She would still have her food addiction. She needs therapy for that. She needs inpatient. That's what she needs. She needs a lot of things to go with that recovery. Diets don't work when it comes to people that have food addictions. Because diets are usually temporary things. When you're an addict, it's a complete lifestyle change. Where you go, who you hang out with, what you do, your activities. It's everything. It's not just one thing.
No, I'm just reading. See, like I don't like that I can't read all the comments.
Ooh, but I do love this comment. Biffed Up says, you're not recovering. You are currently battling it. Well, I don't think she's battling it. It's just that she can't indulge it. It'd be a whole different conversation if she had the money to buy bags of edibles and she has decided to not buy them because she wanted to get off of them. But if she's run out of money and she can't buy them like she wants to, that means she's just dry. That means the addiction is still active. It's just that she's unable to fulfill it.
Every day, I'll teach you something. Every day that you're abstinent, you're in recovery. You're recovering.
And you know what? No. Let me teach you something. Before you can become the teacher, first you must learn. First, you must learn. You can't teach anybody anything, Foodie, until you learn first. You cannot sit there and say, I'm in recovery, when you're not. That is an insult and a slap in the face to anyone who's actually fought the good fight. They've gone through the battle. They put in the work, and now they're in recovery. Do not put on a badge that you didn't earn, okay? You didn't work for it. You didn't earn it. Therefore, you don't have it. You're not in recovery. You're just out of your edibles. You're out. And maybe you had to make a choice between edibles and food. And of course, you had to pick food because we all need food. We got to eat. Edibles you can do without. So if she's low on money, she can't spend the money on edibles. She's deciding to buy food instead. And even food is a problem because she's addicted to that. So it's like, I've got two active, raging addictions. I can only pick one at this time. So I guess I have to pick the food. I can't have the other. So you're not in recovery, ma'am.
Okay, so shut up. Like, yeah, I mean, people were worried about me in Syria too, and I was fine. So honestly, I feel more in danger walking to the dollar store. I'm more afraid of stalkers here walking to the dollar store than I am in Syria, of any people that you think are terrorists. Yeah, the wind is wild. I don't know how I'm going to feel tomorrow. That's the problem. I don't know. Like, I'm just taking it easy till after Christmas. So if you're expecting like a whole bunch of extreme effort while I'm going through what I'm going through, it's not going to happen. I don't think I want to cook right now. Yes, people do stalk. Are you kidding? I'm blocking you for that. You people are insane.
Yeah, Foodie, like you're such a celebrity. People are really hanging out in the bushes in the cold with all that wind whipping around, stalking you. You place far too much importance on yourself. People are really out there waiting for you to step outside your door, girl.
I want like an entirely new audience, except for like the mature beezers. I don't want any like trolls or annoying people. So
So
I'm
basically, what she's saying is if she wants a hug box on Twitch, and anybody who's on Twitch, you got to be part of her hug box and you got to say nice things to her, nothing critical at all, even politely, or you're a hater and you're going to get blocked. And that is why, Chantal, you don't have a lot of people in your room. On top of the fact that you're doing boring content, and people on any platform, YouTube, Twitch, Rumble, Kick, there are so many people on those platforms already that are doing quality content, that they care about their audience. They're paying attention to their audience. They're not laying down on a couch, barely paying attention. They're doing something, and their audiences are growing, and yours will never grow because you're trying to do the same thing on Twitch as you did on YouTube and just have your selected hug box, and you don't want to grow beyond that. And yet, at the same time, you think, I'm going to make a lot of money on Twitch. I would like to know how. How is that going to be possible if you just want a bunch of butt kissers in your audience?
getting rid of them. Hey, Glitter Queen. This chat is weird.
I mean, honestly, if Chantal's going through it right now, if she's detoxing off the edibles and she's irritable and she's twitchy and just all over the place in her mind with her emotions, this is not the time to stream. Because all her streaming like this, all it's going to lead to is her coming on irritated. She's easy to irritate, and she's going to block people for the slightest thing. And every time she blocks people, that's somebody else that can't be part of her audience, and that's going to affect her money. But if that's what she wants to do, that's what she wants to do.
I'm doing what's best for me. Hey, Kingu. No, you don't have to give me anything, QP. Okay? Laying on my side or sitting in a gamer chair, what's the difference? And
What's the difference between laying on a couch and sitting up in a gamer chair? It's all about presentation, Foodie. If, let's just say I didn't know anything about you, I wasn't a reactor to you, I was just going on Twitch looking for someone interesting to watch, and there's all kinds of different choices. Who am I going to pick? I scan over the thumbnail. I see somebody sitting in a gamer chair. They're talking to people. The feeling is they're paying attention. They're up. They're awake. They're reading the chat. They're responding to the chat. Versus someone who looks like they're laying on a couch and they're going to fall asleep at any minute. Presentation. Presentation matters. If you're looking for someone interesting to watch, that might have something to say, someone you might want to sub up to, you're looking for the person that they're engaging others, that they're alert. You laying on the couch, it gives a presentation of, I'm way too casual here and I don't care. Now you may not be paying attention. That's why it matters.
People on Twitch sit in gamer chairs for hours, but I seal and talk to you comfortably. That's a crime.
No, it's not a crime. It's just, the way it looks. It looks like you don't care. It doesn't look professional. Doesn't look professional at all.
Bye.
I mean, to be fair, Foodie, I went on Twitch earlier today looking at different categories to see what people were doing. There were cooking streams, there were gaming streams, there were all kinds of streams, but nobody was sealing. You're the only one that does.
Anyone else have any complaints? I don't want any complainers. It's annoying. I literally don't have any. I literally just sit here and talk. Like.
I mean, you're over there saying you're trying to make changes for the better, more positive changes, and yet you're still doing the same things that you were doing for the feedies. You're still kind of catering to them. They like for you to seal and lay down and look lazy. You're still doing it on Twitch, and Twitch is a different platform. So if you're trying to make positive changes and you want people to perceive you in a different way, why are you still doing these bad habits of, I'm just going to lay down and seal? Who's going to find that appealing?
This one, goodbye. You're annoying. I don't think I'm going to start gaming. I just don't feel like I have the attention span to just sit there for hours and play a game. Like, I can't even read a book right now. Like, my mind is, Hey, Night Shift. I know, Gabriel. Gifts for the hobos. Not yet. Energy flows where intention goes. Why are people being so rude? Tonight's guest in the Bees Hour.
Strawberry Frappe says, you're blocking subs who pay. It's crazy.
The Canadian wins. Is it really like you guys can hear it? It's an unhealthy obsession. It is. Computer shares are uncomfortable. It's like punishment to sit in them for hours. True. Why would I want to like?
Darth Lord says, sometimes we need other opinions. Not good to have yes men all the time. People that truly care will tell you what may be uncomfortable because they want you to succeed. There is a difference from trolls. Yeah, and Foodie can't tell one from the other. And honestly, she doesn't care. Even if you come at her and you have an opinion that's slightly critical, it's constructive criticism, she's going to look at you as being a troll and a hater and block you because she cannot take any kind of criticism at all.
No, man. Why can't we seal and be comfortable? There's no rules. I make my own rules. If you don't like them, skedaddle. Quit complaining. I don't want to hear it. Thank you, Weird Barbie. Nice, Savage Keyboard. Good for you. Congrats. 19 days sober. Nice. Not good to have yes men all the time. People are truly care. Yeah, there's a difference. I know the difference. Okay? I know. Trust me. I've been on here for 8 years and...
No, you've not been on Twitch for 8 years. What do you mean? You were on YouTube for about 10 years, but you just started your Twitch channel. So what are you talking about? I've been on here for 8 years. What?
Yeah, I don't need constant badgering and toxicity. I don't want toxic people in my corner, and even on the internet. You can watch. I don't care. You don't have to like me, but this is my corner, whatever. I get it. People are going to go harass the reaction channels, whatever. I'm sure someday they're going to crack down on people making hate channels. I'm just saying. Probably not reactions, but like hate, yeah. Simple noodle soup dinner. Maybe I'm overcomplicating the dinner thing. Hey, Nasreen. Lids. A haircut. No. Protect your peace. That's what I'm trying to do. And it's really messy right now because it's like really new and I don't think I should have coffee. Prunella, thank you for subbing and for gifting a sub. Thank you so much, Prunella. I don't always agree with Chantal, and I tell her when something seems off, and she's never blocked me.
Strawberry Frappe says, you're the toxic one. You won't give people another chance. It's blocked and no chance to unblock.
Yeah, there's a way to the minute you start being toxic and insulting or just negative energy towards someone, they're not going to listen to you anyway. So you may as well find an effective way to communicate what you want to say to somebody, because you're just going to waste your time and theirs, and you're both going to be in a worse position.
Just Jamie says, when you block someone here, they can no longer see chat. So they likely won't watch. It's different than YouTube in that way. Right.
Yes, they can. When you block someone, they can still watch the broadcast, can't they?
But why would they want to? If you block someone, why would they want to? If they can't see the chat and if they can't be part of a chat, why should they watch you? If you're acting like a biatch and you block them, why should they give you the view? Why should they put money in your pocket, Foodie? Do you think anybody that you block is going to just keep watching you and give you the view? They won't.
Hot coffee sounds. Maybe I don't want them to watch me anyways. Yeah. I don't know why I don't trust myself. I don't know why I have to live in fear and, conform to a certain rules and way of living that I don't really feel comfortable with, just because it's the popular way. Hey, Island Dragonfly. Or just because, it's how I'm expected to act or something like that. The wind is really loud, yeah. It's drafty too. Hello, Mary Blue. Money, I don't know. I just feel like, we need it to live, but at the same time, like, we're always just chasing money. That's all that like that can't be life. So for me to like live a certain way or to allow negative people in here all the time, like, what do you want me to do? Just go live and just sit here and look at negative comments for a little bit of money? No, it doesn't make much of a difference on my pay. I've allowed trolls to chat, and you know what, if you allowed trolls to completely take over your channel, you would drive away all of the positive people, because nobody wants to be around that kind of crap. If you allow constant negative people in your corner and allow them to infiltrate your home, this is my home, this channel on the internet. If you allow those people always in your life, it's just like it's going to overtake the channel with negativity. And I think that's what happens with Amber Lynn's. She lets people comment nasty stuff, but I don't know. The barter system, follower count does not matter here. Exactly.
You know what's funny, Foodie, is that when you were on YouTube, when you were still monetized, even you said yourself more than a few times that the trolls made the chat more interesting. And they did. Even if you had a boring stream, the trolls would sometimes carry the stream because they made it more interesting. If you were not being interesting, the trolls made it interesting. They added a little bit of spice to your stew. So without the trolls, no spice. It's bland. It's boring. You want to be boring, and you expect boring to be successful, and it's not going to be successful.
Yeah. Money isn't the root of all evil.
Okay, shut up for a second, Foodie. Marvel says, you provide zero content. You provide zero value. You have nothing to offer. True. Her laying on a couch is zero content. Anybody can do this. And I mean anybody. And if she wanted to come on Twitch and it was just, I want to talk to people, my focus is not money at all, money ain't a thing, I'd say go for it. If you just want a platform where you can talk to people and money wasn't a thing, But for her, money is a thing. She wants to make money. So she's going to give zero content. She's not being entertaining. And so far, there's nothing valuable that's being offered. So Marvel is not wrong at all.
Evil, it is evil. It at one point it can become evil if you let that consume you. If you let things consume you instead of consuming them, then that's when things become a problem. Like, if you're just always chasing money for happiness, if you equate money with happiness, how many of you don't have a lot of money? So you're just not going to be happy just because you don't have money? Like, please.
This coming from the person who is obsessed with money, or she used to be obsessed with money. She was obsessed with making lots of money. And she would do anything at all to make that money. She did everything she could think of to make money. Catering to the fetish people, all kinds of fetishes on her YouTube channel, doing adult fetishes in full view of the public, not age restricting her content because she was obsessed with money. Because money led to her addictions being fed. Money led to her having the ability to indulge in excess anything she wanted. Money was the root of her control over people, her influence over people. And now that she's essentially run out of money, she doesn't have control anymore of people. She can't threaten or manipulate people. She can't sit on her high horse.
Like we literally like based our entire value system as human beings on how much money we have in our bank. Oh, well, I'm better than you because I was able to save 3K.
Ma'am, we will never forget how you tried to flaunt having money. You telling people, yeah, I made $20,000 to $30,000 a month. You over there shaming people or trying to shame people for where they live or where you thought they lived. Saying one person lived in a she shack, another person was allegedly living at the Motel 6. Here's the funny part. All that Motel 6 shaming that you did, you couldn't even afford to live in a Motel 6 for a month. But you did. You would shame people about where they lived, how much money they allegedly had, all that. And now here you are.
But you don't know like the path that this person that doesn't have 3K had to walk in life. So like it just doesn't make sense to me in life anymore. Like why are we all walking around just like ants in society trying to compare one another to each other when we're all meant to be different? Do you know what I mean?
You know, if Foodie had a bunch of money right now, I mean, a bunch of money, not just money for edibles, but a lot of money. And if she had a mansion, if she had a nice car, and she was like rolling in the dough, taking a bath in it, she'd be flaunting it. And this narrative that she's putting forward right now, she wouldn't be saying that. She would just be putting her money and her having money and her possessions in everybody's faces. So her narrative is always tailored around what's going on with her in the moment, but it's not truly how she feels. If her circumstances change, if the environment change, the bank account starts to go down or go up, then the narrative changes along with it.
Like if God wanted us to all be the same, we would be the same and then we could compete against each other, but we're not. So I don't know. You don't know anyone's story, yeah. Blossom, thanks for subscribing. That's very deep. I feel like I have all these deep thoughts flooding in because I'm not numbing myself.
You don't have deep thoughts. You just have indigestion. Don't worry about it. It'll pass.
Like I'm allowing myself to feel these awful, not awful, but just overwhelming like That's why I don't feel like I could focus right now on going out. Like I'm going through this, like, change, and I just need to I need a few days to just really. Without money, we would all be all homeless. Well, we could use some kind of other currency system, but Betty boop boop boop, subscribe with Prime. Thank you. Chamomile tea, yeah. Maybe that would be good, hey? To calm the nerves. Okay, so I had a plantain today, a boiled plantain. Because when your stomach, they say the brat, whenever you have stomach issues, to watch what you're eating. You gifted to Living Eye Roll? That's a good question, Melly. What? Thank you, Melly, by the way. That's cool that you can gift certain people here. The wind is extremely, the windows look like they're gonna. Okay, so let me tell you some of the food I have.
Nobody cares about the food. Let's move it along. Nobody cares about the food, Foodie. How can you sit there and say I am in recovery when clearly your food problem is still active because you can't get your mind off the food? If you're not eating the food, you're talking about the food. Let me tell you guys about what I ate today. Nobody cares. No one. Why must you tell people about everything that you eat as if it's interesting content? Just because you're not doing the edibles doesn't mean your food addiction is in recovery. So you're still an addict, ma'am, with an active raging addiction.
Chapter is me chapter. Since I feel lost in life and I don't really know what direction I'm going to focus on, what meaning, I'm just going to focus on myself. That's going to be my meaning, is me. Hey, Foodie Beauty, Foodie. And I've never done that. I have not done that for more than a week. Been consistent with really taking care of myself, in a really appropriate way. So, yeah. Okay, so what do I have to eat? I have a container of leftover pasta.
Okay, nobody cares. Goodbye.
Yeah. No one guessed the number? Oh my gosh, narrow it down 1 to 50. No, she said 1 to 50, not 67. You're going on vacation. Nice, happily. I hope you have a good vacation. Sub goal to shave your head on stream? No, not sub goal. Really? PayPal goal. Nobody.
Foodie, it would really mess you up if PayPal took your account away. I'm sure it's devastating to have your YouTube monetization taken, but what would really mess you up if PayPal also blocked your account, froze all the money in there. Boy, she would rage that day if that happened.
Who cares? They've seen me with a shaved head before. Don't shave your head. Keep guessing until anyone gets it. Okay. That's a good idea, Melly. But I was tripping with... 83, 20, 10. Okay, so this pasta I made, it has rotini noodles. Break. You think that's a good idea? I think that's a good idea. Take the weekend off.
Yeah, I just got word that Foodie may not be back online until Tuesday. So allegedly it looks like there is a Twitch channel, the Salah and Chantal channel on Twitch. and there was something posted on there that there was supposed to be a live stream on there on Monday or Tuesday. So she may not be back online until then, and that coincides with her alleged payday. So that would just make sense. So I just took a 5 minute break, and Foodie is currently live right now on Twitch. She had herself a little hissy fit, but she's calmed down. But I'm going to go ahead and finish this reaction to Foodie before I go looking to see what else she's doing. So let's just get our way through this, shall we?
But then I might get lonely if I don't talk to you guys. A break might be good for you. It's the holidays. Hey, Mad Hatter. Yeah. The Mushroom Murders. I don't even have Netflix anymore. I quit my membership. That's like $20 a month. I don't even watch. I watch it like once in a blue moon. Well, if I go live like on Twitch, every time I go live on Twitch, I make some money. So if I take a break, but in a theater, I remember that now. Netflix, Jake Paul versus I don't. Right now. No, I did not long ago. Living I roll. Yeah, it's okay right now. Uh, okay. Yeah, stress is definitely manifest physically. You know. So yeah, I don't want to waste the pasta, but it's like leftovers. But I also just don't want to eat it. You want me to go walk in this? You guys are probably like, yes. You're always waiting for the next attack. That's what it feels like. I feel like, you know what I constantly feel like? Whenever you are watching a movie or somebody jump scares you, like if you know what, easy. Yeah, I'm gonna get a cat tree. No. Really, Leslie? Oh, I never
Okay, is there anything else going on here? She's just blah, blah, blah.
watched that, Leslie. What would I be doing if not streaming? I can't tell you because I'm not in that position. I have no idea. I don't know what I would be doing. Uh, Margaritas. I bought myself a fitness journal and told myself this is my revenge body year. I can understand not feeling well and wanting to be better. Exactly. Yeah. Yep. That should be like the number one thing. you know? McKicks? What is that? McDonald's? You're in a coma?
Okay, y'all forgive me. I'm like getting sick of seeing her laying on that couch. When did she get off the couch? When did she do something? Let me see. Let's go all the way over here. She's finally off the couch. We finally got off the couch. Oh, now she's back on the couch. Doggone it.
Yeah, it's awful. It's awful. Why people hate me? Because they ate me. I'm just joking. Haters gonna hate, 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 hate. Yay, no more ads. Oh, not right away? Pumpkin, I was thinking if I named her Clarice, I could come in and go, hello, Clarice. I'm trying to picture what she's going to look like as an adult cat. I picture her being like her.
Okay, you know what? We're done here. I don't have much patience tonight for her being boring. And this reaction is already at 2 hours, so we'll just cut it off here. She's live on Twitch now, and if she's in a spicy mood, I want to be able to capture it. She made the decision to come online while she's irritated. She didn't have to, but she did. So I'm interested in that. I'm not interested in her laying on the couch and being a boring bag of nothing. So that's it for this reaction. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. And remember to stay tuned because Tuesday is going to be interesting. And this is the calm before the storm. So anybody watching this reaction, I'm telling you, do yourself a favor before Tuesday comes around. Get your tea, your coffee, your soda, your snacks, because Tuesday she might go into a rage. So get prepared. It might be an all-day thing. I don't know. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.